Another season, another anti-haul. But hang on, this time I'm not talking about fashion, I'm talking about interior design. The 6 decor and furniture trends I won't be buying into this autumn because they're either short-lived trends, they're wrong for me personally, or because I've already got a good option at home. Let's be kind to the planet and to our wallets by staying away from things that we only crave because they're super hot on trend. Here we go. Candy colors a la bubblegum 80s have been around a little while already, and they're not going anywhere. The trend is evolving this season though, away from springtime super light pastels to slightly more dense and daring colors. Still light and fun, but packing a lot more punch. Now, as you know, I'm crazy about the 80s pastel color scheme and wonky bubbly shapes, but since this trend definitely won't last forever, I'm not investing in any large furniture pieces or wall colors or floor tiles in this style. Instead, I'm going for a few inexpensive but fun decor elements like candles or putting pastel-y book covers and magazines on display. Like always, when it comes to large expensive investments like furniture, classic and timeless and neutral will always be the way to go, if you ask me. Another trend we're seeing more and more of is the wicker furniture trend. Following the more subtle and simple rattan trend, wicker is bolder, more in your face, and harder to style. Now, in one way, I hesitate to say that this is a short-lived trend, since wicker outdoor furniture is a classic that never really goes out of style. However, the wicker indoor furniture trend sends a strong 70s bohemia message that I think we will quite quickly get tired of, especially if you, like me, are more into modernism rather than rustic or romantic. Personally, when it comes to weaved or braided or crisscross patterns, I prefer metal to wicker, much less messy looking. What about you? Do you agree? Oh, it's autumn, and like every autumn ever, we all get a little bit Morticia Adams, don't we? And this is reflected in the interior trends, of course. Dark, meditative, cocoony spaces with reddish woods, black lacquer, walls painted in dusty mud cave or calming ocean colors are popping up all over interior accounts on Insta and Pinterest. And I get it, who doesn't want to focus on nothing but tea and books and have Lord of the Rings TV binges instead of bothering about work or, meeting up with friends? Intimate, solitary, candlelit evenings, that's the mood for autumn 2022. But you know me, darkness is not my jam. Candlelight, yes, dark and cave-like, not so much. Plus, we know what will happen in just a few months, right? Spring will be here and no one will want to be Morticia Adams anymore. So you won't see me paint the walls dark or buy black furniture anytime soon. I'm sticking with white, thank you very much. Another effect of the earthy bohemia 70s trend is all the raw materials and unfinished edges. You know those tables that look like they're just like a slice of a tree root? Furniture made of like knobbly wood stubs? And clay decor pieces that look like they've been made by a 5-year-old. Not for me. Anything DIY-y or like rustic woodcarver-esque, I'm sorry, it's just not me. Maybe it's an effect of growing up in Sweden, all those mountain cabins with the heavy pine furniture and dead elk heads on the wall. Anything that looks like your grandpa has crafted it out in his garage workshop, it gives me the shivers. Highly personal opinion though, I just prefer my edges smooth and sandpapered, what can I say? I'm fancy that way. I would like to give a big thank you to Villeroy & Boch for sponsoring me yet again and for letting me present to you the beautiful La Boule. Villeroy & Boch is one of the world's leading ceramics manufacturers and they have been around since 1748. Like, hey now, that's 274 years. What a legacy. You might remember that I showed you guys the La Boule last year when we set up for a delicious meal in our old flat. So many of you DM'd me saying that you either bought one or that you put it on like your birthday wish list. Well, Villeroy has sent me another La Boule so that we now have a 4-guest setup. It's basically a selection of bowls and plates that you can put together in the shape of a ball. And instead of putting it away in the kitchen cupboard, you can have it out on full display as a decorative piece in your house that matches your aesthetic. They have a variety of different styles, but this gorgeous one is called Pure Beige, and it's definitely my favorite, which comes as no surprise to anyone. One La Boule is made out of 2 bowls, 2 flat bowls, 2 universal plates, and a serving plate, in a mix of matte and glossy finishes. So we got everything we need for a nice dinner party now. I just love how innovative this set is. It's like having fun with design at the same time as being super practical. Obviously, it's super cute to keep stacked as a decor piece, but I also find I keep multi-purposing the plates in different ways, like using the plates to put candles on now that the darkness of autumn is upon us, or as a place to drop my jewelry on when I take it off at night, or for displaying the prettiest fruit and veg on the kitchen counter, that sort of thing. Now, if you want to get your hands on your very own La Boule, which I'm sure you do, I'll leave a link down in the description to their website for you to check out. Thank you once again to Villeroy & Boch for sponsoring this video and for sending us such beautiful, sleek tableware. Which brings me to... Now, the Gothic aesthetic is huge, both in interiors and fashion this autumn. Again, as soon as the temperature drops, we all put on purple lipstick and channel our inner Morticia, am I right? The Gothic tableware means smoked glass in purple and black and blue, heavy, ornamented, often irregular or imperfect glassware, a table filled with red and purple flowers, heavy dark fabrics and napkins, fruits and veg in dripping cascades from our fruit bowls, and often all the poor stuffed birds and other animals. What's up with that? A fascination with darkness and death. It's not really my take on a good time. Luckily, I have other options at home to set a beautiful table. I instead go for light, simple and timeless, just like with all my furniture and decor pieces. I think the dark, opulent table setting is fun and moody and all. It's just not a style I want to invest in myself. The most colorful thing on my dinner table will always be the food. Another oddball trend that's everywhere at the moment, the travel style, which is basically a colorful, patternful, eclectic mishmash of styles and aesthetics from all over the world, with the only thing in common that it's something you can pick up while traveling. I think eclecticism is charming in general. I don't think there's a need to be so perfectly coherent in our decor style, and a mishmash of different colored woods, of dining chairs or mismatched wine glasses, or art from different eras and furniture from different decades, it's all good. But this travel theme style is of course highly maximalist, and for me it's just too heart-racing. But when it comes to travel mementos, David and I have started on another type of memento collecting, which is much less busy for the eyes. Basically, every time we go away together, if we have the chance, we find a cute looking stone on like the beach or in a lake or on top of the Etna volcano, for example, like we did one time. And then we just pop them into a bowl as a decor piece. A bit corny for sure, but also kind of cute, don't you think? What are you thinking? Are you considering investing in any of these interior design trends, or are you sticking to what you already have at home? You know what? Just changing stuff around at home, like moving some furniture and switching places on decor, I always feel like makes such a massive difference in how you feel about your home. There's no need to spend all that money to feel like your home has gotten a good autumn refresh. I'm definitely staying away from all interior shopping this autumn, since we haven't even started renovating yet. We just had the window guy here today, and I can't wait to exchange the ugly plasticky sliding balcony doors for proper wood French double doors. Can you imagine? Anyway, I had a lot of fun today drooling over all the hottest trends without actually spending any money. Hope you enjoyed it too, and give me a little like and subscribe so that you don't miss my next video. Thank you so much to Villeroy & Boch, and thank you guys for hanging out today. See you next week already. Puss puss!